Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm Darren Dance here with a very special guest, Peter Morganti, and old mate here, which we'll talk about a little bit later, Pete.
Could be any of a few of our old greys, Darren.
Yes.
Very lively.
Very significant this horse is, but we're not going to give it up just yet.
No.
Let's go back, Pete, to our runners. We only had the three.
Yeah, not too much to gloat about, Darren, but we'll start with, we'll go to the Sunshine Coast where Sono Dulce didn't have a lot of luck, ran really well for fourth, just needs to be probably out and trip from now on.
Yeah, 100%. Second up over 1,000. Turned out to be too short. She ran second first up over 1,000 to a very good horse. And then, of course, you go to a fillies and mares maiden at Friday night on the Sunshine Coast. You think it'd be a nice kill. But there was two horses in there of Gillian Heinrichs. I think they were both heavily backed into about $2.90. They ran 1-2. And we were caught a little bit wide and finished up in a photo for third, but ran fourth. Jockey got off and said probably better over 1,200.
Yeah.
So she'll be nominated for Doomben in a maiden. And hopefully we avoid these good horses going to the bush for a kill.
We did watch that in the Wallace Hotel too, Darren. We must have, just tell the viewers that we just got a bit much for us. We had to go and have a couple of ales.
We had to sit in front of the heater.
It was beautiful, wasn't it?
And a couple of beers, and we're the only ones in the bar.
One went to 2 till 3. We didn't want to leave the heater, but
no.
Yeah, no, Sono Dulce, she's racing really well.
She's busting the wind. She
Yeah.
just needs a little bit of luck. I think the trip out at 1,200, which I think is the weekend after next, and she'll be ready to go.
We're here at Werribee, and I've got a cappuccino just to warm my hand up.
Yeah, the cold front went through, Pete, a heap of rain, and she was pretty fresh. I think it was 5 degrees when I left this morning.
Yeah,
And
it hasn't got much warmer.
No, we'll come to that in a minute. But,
That night, we also had La Pietra at Cranbourne. Well, she's now in the paddock. Look, it's a good experience. She's had 3 runs, but after her first run, the next 2 didn't shape up the way we'd hoped.
No, she hasn't really shown. Her first up run was good.
Yeah.
And then she was ridden forward and obviously not the way to ride her. And then she was ridden back at Cranbourne and failed to run on a bit, so they've turned her out. Yeah, I'm still not convinced where her future's at, Pete. But being a Pierrot, staying type filly, a bit immature, probably deserves one more prep.
Yeah, I agree. We move on to Monday, where obviously we had French Fizz in at Ballarat, drew wide, scratched her. Went to Echuca, drew well, didn't have a lot of luck, and yeah, everyone's seen the replay. She's a funny horse because she's hard on the bridle, and you just wonder if that gap opens, what does she do? Johnny had to go across, 4 sets of heels, and it was too late then. And
Yeah,
she's finished 7th, beaten 3 lengths, so she's not far away.
Yeah, look, the previous run was really disappointing, and couldn't really find any reason for it, and then I think through the process of elimination, they thought maybe she needed the tongue tie.
Yep.
And give her plenty of time, like probably 4 or 5 weeks
Between
runs, and produced her there at Echuca. She looked magnificent, and she raced, I thought, really well. I know it's only a week race, but I just liked the way her action looked good. She looked like she tried, and she didn't have to. She sort of was in behind him. Put Johnny Allen on, got in a bit of bother.
Yeah.
Probably got behind some slow horses and, worked out that he had to stop and pull her sideways and then get a gap, and she just wasn't able to pick up. No. Pretty hard for those sort of horses to pick up, especially when they go steady and then sprint late. But I thought her last 50 was full of merit, and, I think she deserves another run. And if she can perform like that, and if tongue tie has done the trick, there's no reason why she can't win next day.
David Eustace, speaking to him yesterday, he said, spew it. He said, they had her as good as they thought they could get her, and, we'll never know, but if that gap opens, she had to be in the finish somewhere. It doesn't. We're all sitting here wondering, and that's why she deserves another go. So.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with the last 50, all things considered. It was pretty obvious what happened there, and whether she could have won or run a place there, we'll never know. But when they got to pick up like that, not many horses can do it. But no, that's a pass mark for me, and I know Johnny was pretty dirty on himself. He had a few words to a couple of the owners were there, just saying,
and I think
sorry.
I think it just highlights the fact in those 58s where you're going to get a mixture of types of horses that you can't ride that race knowing that everything in front of you has got ability to take you where you want to go. Sometimes you need to take their luck out, or bad luck out of the equation.
Yeah, play the percentages.
Yeah.
Play the percentages, get out wide early and give yourself every chance.
Anyway, she'll I think
fight another day.
they found a couple of races. They're going to sort of make it 2.5, sort of 3 weeks. They reckon that's
the key.
And we've seen that with the last trainer. She won off a break. I know it's a bit frustrating. She'd like to get them there more often, but the fact that they're angling to try and get a win for us, they're doing the right thing. So that was the runners. So I think there's a winner or two there amongst those. Well, obviously one's in the paddock, but the other two can win in the right races. Sunday Dulce and French Fizz.
Yep.
Going forward, it's Thursday, so we're a quiet day today. We're here obviously seeing the stars.
Well, we might as well talk about
Southern France.
Southern France. He worked this morning down here at Werribee. Interesting. Just galloped. I wouldn't say flat out, but he had I don't know, I wouldn't even call it a solid gallop really, but
3/4 hack.
Yeah, 1,500 metres they worked over him in that Il Paradiso.
Yeah.
One left or two.
I worked over 1,500 there in the saddles. You know, fair work, but under a good hold. Really just to open him up and get rid of the lactic acid. But the reports are with Southern France, he's in outstanding order. They love the way that he's looking, feeling, moving, and he's had a real good roll, Pete.
Can I just, nice little segue in, how fit you can tell a horse is by the way they roll. This little bit of vision here, have a look at this.
What does that tell you, Pete?
He went over twice.
Yeah, what's that tell you?
Oh, he's outstandingly fit, and he's probably not feeling any sore spots. I think Kieran highlighted to us after the gallop that if they're doing that, they're not feeling no soreness anyway.
They won't roll if they're sore.
Because there's such a big body to roll over.
Yeah, they won't roll if they're sore.
He went, and then he tried to get back, and you see his feet in the air, and then he had another go, and he went over. So he did it twice, and you don't see too many horses do it once.
No.
So the horse is in outstanding order.
Yeah, well, it's quite interesting. When Karen came out and had a chat to us, he just said that, the horse is super fit. He's going to have 6 gallops between now and the Cup.
It's
all programmed out to the day.
Yeah.
It's all, he galloped today, he's going to gallop Sunday, he's going to gallop next Wednesday, blah, blah, blah.
So this is Aidan O'Brien's program that's come to us, I would say?
Yeah. They've got a set routine they go through, and we're just tagging on.
Yeah, we're just looking,
he's
turning up.
Best at it. So
Yeah.
I don't think we're
I just wasn't sure whether that program comes
it's
through
pretty
to us.
sure.
Yeah,
So, it's really, he's been treated the same way. He's on the same feed.
Yeah.
He's got the same staff.
Yep.
Mark Zara will probably get on him next week. Was going to ride him today, but wasn't able to. It's a little bit, you just can't walk in and get on a horse.
It's very regimented, isn't it? Everything's planned.
You've sort of got to have clothes in there, and you've got to be registered and all this stuff. So,
and we're probably going to end up with the cleanest trainer at the Melbourne Cup. Kieran's having 2 or 3 showers a day.
Well, you've got to shout to walk in and shout to walk out. So when he walks, he's squeaking.
I reckon the Englishman over would be find that hard, wouldn't it?
I think Kieran was most disappointed there's no hairdryer in there. He's
Pop,
got the beanie on.
Pop's coming over here having 4 showers a day. They have 4 showers a month at home, don't they?
That'll get back. But yeah, look, horse in outstanding order. So if anyone does want to come to Werribee and watch him work, it seems to be about 8:30 onwards.
Yeah.
Today he worked at 5 to 9. He's going to have a gallop next Wednesday. You just come to the back of the grandstand, park there, and you can go up into the grandstand and watch the internationals work. So whether you're involved or not, if you want to come down and see some really good horses, then it's, get down there and have a look.
And Karen did say maybe Sunday as well for the weekenders.
This Sunday and next Wednesday.
And we're in that first barn called the New Minister, is it? New or Westminster? New Minister.
No, I think it's New Minster.
New Minster. And when you get up there, if you think, oh, you won't know what the horses are, there is a list with the numbers that correlate with what their saddle cloths that they wear all the time.
So we're number 30.
Yep, number 30.
And he's got the Keramar rug on.
One white back leg and a nice little blaze in the front. Actually,
That's the first time you've seen him?
live.
What do you think?
Oh, absolute, just a machine. But just the way he...
Most machines I've seen don't move fast.
He just glides across the turf. Yeah,
He's long. He's really long, got a good rein.
I reckon you'd see if that bloke was sore, because it'd now stand out, because everything just goes, glides, and outstanding individual. Yeah.
And the other horse that I found here outstanding is Cross Counter.
Right, yeah.
He's just, I saw him last year as a 3-year-old before he won, and geez, matured into
I was just going to say, 12 months on, he'd have to have.
He's got to be the horse. He's got to be hard to beat. I know he's got more weight and etc., but geez, those two for me would be the pick of them.
Exciting that had a little bit of form. Our latest form is around him as well.
So, anyway, that's that. So, what are we doing, Pete? You're going to race this Friday night.
I'm going to go to Pakenham.
I'd go for you, but Tom's got me booked into Walker-Mare on to get two, I think. So, plus probably drop one up at Christina's for pre-training, made a mischief. So, yeah, Friday afternoon. So you can do the 7.5 hour journey to Pakenham. First up is
5:55 is Fact or Fable. Blinkers on.
Top 6 chance.
There's only 6 in it, Darren. You've got that right.
See, I've done my research.
Gate 1, Ethan Brown.
Ethan Brown, usually in back on.
And is he in form?
Is he?
He is in form, and I know one trainer that's latched on. That's one of our ATB trainers, Mitch Friedman. Latched on, and had a winner for him the other day at Seymour. Right. No, not Seymour, Echuca, sorry. But
he's a good kid, Ethan. Got a lot of time for him.
Yeah, he had that little break, and I mean, it's been well documented that some of these, across the board, it's 24/7, and I suppose he was a young kid coming through and just a bit flat, decided to have a break on his own
3 months
initiative, and he's come back now and he's
hungry.
And I think going forward, I reckon you'll see a lot of these. It's almost like they'll designate their own annual leave.
Yeah.
And
they've got plenty of money, they don't have to work every day.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, he's a good kid, and he always loves having a chat to us, and he's ridden well for us in the past. So.
Well, let's hope we're saying he's a good kid after this ride.
We might be belting him after this ride, but from gate 1, blinkers on.
Pakenham?
Going to have to be, I would say, not aggressive, but you're going to have to use the gate and just hopefully get her to settle just in behind and pack it a big straight.
Well, what they do there is they jump, get their position, go steady, and then they sprint the last 600. So he'll know that.
Importantly, out to 1200 too.
Yeah, she needs, I've been telling you for weeks, she needs 12 and 1400.
I actually was sitting there last night just flicking, actually I should say, flitting back through her form. Who did she beat at Bendigo when she won her maiden? Horse ran third, Flit. 1,000 guineas winner. It's now won $1,905,000.
It's won 900,000 more than us.
The second horse, I think, is 130 odd.
That was a strong race then.
Yeah, well, we got a Group 1 winner, and I think the other thing was Group 2 place.
It's amazing, isn't it?
And we're running around 64 fillies and mares. And yeah, so
there's not much between them, is there?
No.
Really?
So there you go, it just shows how horses can be programmed in the country to get to their...
So then you're going to sit down after that race, you've got 2.5 hours to drink 34 pots.
I need a Uber driver, I need a driver. Got to go race 6, I think it is, at 8 o'clock or 8:30.
I think it's 8:30.
Yeah, Tolpa.
12 to 1.
I reckon that's big odds. There's a couple in there that go pretty good.
Hard to win your maiden when you're 64,
we've said that before. Yeah, it's right though, isn't it?
But good track for her.
Gate 8.
Nice track, big straight.
Luke Curry's obviously looking after himself for Group 1 day.
No, he's probably gone to Sydney. Would he go to Sydney for
sunlight? Of course he would.
He wouldn't go to Pakenham Friday night. So who we got on there?
Surely he'd want to stay on Tolpa. Jai McNeil. Group 1 Jai. He's won his Group 1 now.
Please.
We're gate 8 of 8, but I don't think that'll matter too much. He'll just love the second half.
I just said, just make sure that he goes and watches the Bendigo run. So I'll pass that on to the stable. Well, because we're going to ask him, you're going to ask him in the Manio to describe how she ran at Bendigo,
Righto.
where she was in the running.
Well,
and if he can't answer it,
take him off.
he gets life. If he can't do his homework, I'll bar him.
It should be a blueprint
I'll
of
bar
that
him.
race, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I'll bar him.
It should be that he is in the last 2 or 3, hook onto a bum, get taken into the race, which I reckon at Pakenham, those mile races, they tend to go at the 600 because I walk in those two. And if he can get onto a bum there, with that little sprint she's got, I reckon she's right in with 10 or 12 to 1, or each way.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, so that's
it.
Friday.
Yep,
So you'll
Saturday.
be home by midnight. Then what happens Saturday?
Gamay.
Oh, Gamay, yeah.
Gamay.
The Ethereal.
Yeah, the Ethereal. It's Group 3 Ethereal,
Right.
2,000 metres.
Yep.
Gate 7, Declan Bates.
What price?
$9 when I looked last night, and I reckon that's...
Is it open?
Yeah,
It wasn't a short price favourite, I think.
something around $3.
Okay.
But the rest, there's a heap of horses inside that double figure thing.
Archie's up there.
If she backs up her run at Flemington, she's a super each way chance. Obviously, there's, you can't say there's bigger targets. This is a nice target for a horse like her, but the Oaks is still in mind.
Yeah, but she's got to run top 3 to
Yeah.
take a spot in the Oaks. I think she will.
Yeah, I agree.
I think she's a really solid chance, and I know Archie's very happy with her.
I reckon Caulfield's sort of a bit of a track. If she going to, from 7, she'd probably be positive, ping off the...
How many runs?
man. This is her 4th in.
Yeah, how many starters?
Oh, no, it's a full field. It's
Is
a
it?
big field. Well,
Traffic will be her enemy, Pete.
you just keep
So,
chatting away for a bit.
she's a big striding filly. She needs plenty of room, but she can settle on the pace. He's Declan Bates riding.
Yeah.
So he knows her inside out, so...
I love the way she kept going after a tough run last start.
Well, she was caught wide, no cover, in a rhythm, but she was getting... I know the winner was east on the line, but she was picking it up, just looking like she needs more ground. So hopefully, Pete, I can get there if there's no walk-ons with the mares, but hopefully I can get there on Saturday.
3:10, the race.
3:10.
Yep, and we've got 9.50 Gamay. Vegas Jewel is the thing of Kavanagh's at $5 with Geordie Celestial Falls.
Who trains that?
It's a Sydney horse at Newnham.
Oh, yes. Is that the thing that beat us last night?
Might be, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is too.
Yeah.
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 Then you got Mars, got Snap Dance. Like, it's very open.
It's a good even race.
Yeah.
Anyway, that'll sort out the market for the Oaks.
Yep.
That race. It's a good lead up. All right, so
And that's Saturday done.
Saturday.
Sunday,
Seymour.
which we have collectible going to I think it's a Fillies and Mares 64.
perfect race for her.
Oh yeah, I mean the fields aren't out as we
No.
sit here, but there's a fair engagement.
D. Oliver.
Give you some idea of how she going.
What was the last horse D. Oliver rode for us?
Geez, that's a good question.
Cracked the code?
Yeah, South Australia.
He cracked the code, I reckon.
Oh, when she won, he was on her a couple of times. Yeah,
Last
yeah,
year.
yeah. Gee, when was it the last time before then? That's what I've sort of skipped past her.
Yeah. So, look, it's a good engagement, obviously. It must be Seymour Cup Day.
Cup
is it?
days up there for
So,
some rides.
good engagement. Work was good. Obviously, scratched yesterday.
She was 150 to 1.
Yeah, she was probably no hope, but she gets back into this race and it still sets her up for the races we've got in mind.
It's a $100,000 race. I think it's 1-2 go to the final of $250,000.
Yeah.
Is it Oakstone?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So, anyway, she's got to be some hope in that
Yeah.
race. Without seeing the field, you don't
She
know.
was
but-
18th in order, and there's 14 and 4, so she'll easily get a run.
yeah. She'll be an each way top 4 show.
Yeah, well, her
Depending on
her
who's
best
in it.
form's, better than country form. And as much as this is a cup meeting, it'll be probably midweek time.
Yep.
She's well and truly up to that level.
Now, that's our runners.
Yep. Nothing Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday next
No,
week.
we're quiet there.
Yeah.
So, trialling, we saw Crackerjack Lady trial at Kyneton.
Yep.
That was a good trial for her,
Yeah.
ran third, and I think the outstanding of the trial today, Peter, was Write Your Name.
Oh, yeah, good.
Came from nowhere and just showed great turn of foot and acceleration and looked powerful through the line as he picked them up
Especially,
and ran away.
Especially at Kyneton, where he probably got a bit wobbly on the turn.
Is that his best trial?
Best trial I've seen.
I haven't seen him gallop like that for 12 months.
No. And I think...
Any word from the trainer?
Wasn't there, he was at Caulfield.
He was asleep.
Jeremy was there, and
What was he saying?
no, he said that
Back to,
all the
back to
commentary,
his best?
yeah, all the commentary from the jockeys and all the riders is that he's now having a crack, hitting the line.
You'll be here for a while, won't you?
About 5 minutes, we're gone.
Oh, okay, because I've got to pick that shit up for you.
Right, Dave.
It's off that.
No, we're right.
All good. Don't. Yep. The commentary from all the riders that he was probably floating through the last prep, just doing what he had to. And they're all saying he's hitting the line, he wants to do it. And you see that young Will Price rode him in the trial, and it's funny, only 5 minutes before, and I was telling Will, we might have a ride for you at Swan Hill on ransom money. I walk out the mountain yard, here he is on Write Your Name. So, geez, you're on one of ours a bit earlier. Anyway, he come back and the owners would have seen his report that he just felt great, action was great, attacked the line, and
Best I've seen him gallop for ages.
1300 metre benchmark 70 on Bendigo Cup Day, which is yesterday fortnight.
Okay. Well,
That's 1300, so that's a good kick.
if he turns up in that sort of form, he's going to take some beating.
And I reckon off the back of his last prep, I mean, they'll see the trial, but not everyone takes notice of the trials, but he might be 8 or 9 to 1.
I doubt it. I reckon it'll be $4.
Cool. Bendigo Cup Day might be a strong 70.
I reckon he'll be favourite off that trial.
You're obviously getting on early.
Mate, they won't miss it. They won't. Those blokes, the syndicate bet.
Well, if I see $8 or $9,
Slam it.
launch.
Slam it.
Now, he'll good prep coming up.
Sometimes you go to horse, they tell me that prep, sometimes they can come out and win first up, other times they don't,
it's
and
sour.
they better the next prep. So you look at that horse, Archie said he's a different horse this time in, and the way he trialled, I was pretty impressed. And
Looked outstanding in the yard.
it's not often I'm impressed, Pete.
There you go. Just back to little crackerjack lady. You see some horses just plateau with their trials. Each trial, she's improved probably 2 or 3 lengths.
Yep.
And the fact that she was out to 1200, which was a step up from 8 to 1000. I love the way she settled back in the field. And then
Picked up.
And I don't think Danny Smith really got too excited on it. He
No,
just
he
let her
didn't.
go the line.
If you look at the two that beat her home, they were ridden out, and she
Yep.
was just
Poking along on the
held
inside.
on to.
And probably in the worst part of the
Yep.
track, because that was trial 21.
Yeah, I thought her work was good.
Yeah.
Now, just the other thing I want to mention is I've had a lot of texts and messages about where's Yogi. This morning we caught up with Karen Maher and he gave us a report on Yogi, who obviously had a little setback with the suspensory, but if all goes well, he's still some chance to run in the Sandown Cup. So for you Yogi supporters out there, stay tuned. We'll update in a fortnight on Yogi's progress.
Nice
Pete,
little segue there, because that's Christmas, ATB Christmas party day.
yes, it is. Are you going?
I've booked in. Actually,
So the invites are gone out.
yeah, so there's quite a few.
Saturday the 16th
16th.
of November, Sandown Cup Day, so we'll have the big screens there for the racing, and
Tipping
we'll
comp.
have the tipping comp, and we'll have all the usual festivities there. So if you haven't replied that you're coming to the Christmas party, if you want to come along, please do so. It's always a good fun day.
Plenty for the kids as well.
Plenty for the kids and plenty for the big kids.
Big kids, plenty for the big kids. Yeah,
All
looking forward to
right,
it.
now, our mate here,
Motley Prince.
he
Is that him?
doesn't move very quick, does he?
Hadn't said much either.
No, he's trialling at Cranbourne Monday, Motley Prince. He's our 2-year-old women's horse by Zebedee.
Yep.
And he's been named Motley Prince, Pete. Now, his little jump out last week was pretty impressive, so we're going to have a look at him on Monday. He's only a 2-year-old, and we'll just see whether he pushes on to the races or he goes to the paddock.
It's tracking nicely at the moment. As we know with 2-year-olds, it can all come to an end quick, whether it's shins or they just have enough, but he's a precocious type, Darren, is the word we're getting.
Yep, yep.
Young Ethan Brown ran me down at Bendigo because he rode him in the jump out, so there's a bit of excitement around, so we'll hope we see a bit more on Monday.
So he's a grey. So Crackerjack Lady, the grey, Motley Prince, the grey, and there might be a new addition, Pete, to the team in the next couple of weeks, and he's grey too. So stay tuned for any further updates. Tried International, a grey horse,
Exciting.
might be joining the team, Pete.
Won't give no names away just yet,
No,
Darren.
if it's,
Only because I
if it-
can't remember it.
I know I've got it, but if it's sorted, it'll be sorted by the end of this week.
Yep.
So stay tuned for that. All right, that's a wrap. So until next week, I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti and my old mate.
Takes the lead. Fashino coming out after her, and Moonlight Maid under the arches. She'll beat them all. Moonlight Maid has bloused them. Beaten Fashino, photo third. Miami Bound should just get it from Oriental Lily. Then came Beauty.
Southern Moon with 100 metres to go, burst clear. Good luck in the Derby, son. Southern Moon with the ears pricked down to the line, wins it by 4 lengths. Second, oh, that's real